Hello, Craig Smith from the Home Education Foundation in Palmerston North, New Zealand. And we're here talking about how we as parents can educate our children at home, give them a truly first-class, fully orbed education so that they leave our homes well-educated children. That's what we want to do. A question people sometimes ask is, how can I prepare my children for the workforce? Excellent question, very important. The obvious answer is, make them work. Get them used to working. They need to learn how to work, how to get their hands dirty, to get dirt under their fingernails, and to sweat and be comfortable with sweat that's not been washed off. And teach them how to work. Of course, right from your early days, your children should have chores all the way through. At home, they should have chores. Certain jobs that this child is responsible for. The job doesn't get done unless that child takes the initiative to get it started and follow it up and finish it off. And that's the other aspects about jobs, that they have responsibility for certain jobs, and they know how to do the job, and they know how to do the job well to a high standard, and they know how to finish the job off and put it all away and tidy it all up. Very important aspects. And of course, the other aspect about a job, I tell you what, is this whole work ethic. If you want to train into your children something that's going to be worth its weight in gold, even more than that, it's just going to set them head and shoulders above all the competition, is train in them a good work ethic. It's the kind of thing where, you know, our son was a second string car valet, right? There was the guy who was at the garage, was the car groomer, the cleaner. Our son was assistant to him, and not exactly a very auspicious start to a career. Well, the fact is, when there was a bit of downtime, the rest of the fellows would be standing around smoking and tapping their cigarettes on things or shooting the breeze. Well, our son, instead of doing that, he'd be running around the place, emptying the trash cans, sweeping the floor, tidying the benches, putting stuff away. Well, I tell you what, that attracts the boss's attention. He was taking initiative to do a little bit of extra work around the place. That wasn't necessarily part of his contract, but he was going to go do it anyway. And that attracts attention. So there's a good work ethic. And of course, you need to have your basic Christian virtues intact. You always treat people with respect. It's yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir. You can't go wrong by treating people with respect. And of course, if you're going to treat everybody with respect, I guess that's going to extend to your boss's clients and your boss's friends. It's going to extend to your boss's premises and to his equipment and his tools. You treat everything with respect. And you treat the boss's time with respect. You give him a good, honest day's work for an honest day's pay. And you always ask, how can I do this job better? And you make sure you do it to a top standard. And it's not done until everything's put away and tidied up. So with a work ethic like that, you'll stand head and shoulders above all the rest, no question about it. And that's and that kind of reputation will precede you, I can tell you. It's really interesting. We're way down south in New Zealand last year, in a little tiny hunting and fishing village called Te Anau on a lake. It's surrounded by mountains. And the homeschoolers down there were telling us how the tradesman, the plumber, the electrician, and the builder were all waiting for the next 16-year-old to turn up from among these home-educated families, because as soon as they did, they would grab them for an apprentice, because they had learned that these home-educated young people were not like the normal. These home-educated people, as an apprentice builder or as an apprentice plumber, they would turn up to work on Monday morning on time, and they would turn up, and they were sober. Unheard of. And so there was no trouble getting their young men into apprenticeships. The reputation of the home educators down there had preceded them. If they were educated by the parents at home, these young people knew how to work. They knew how to get stuck into a job, to do it properly, and to treat the boss's tools and his clients and his business with a bit of respect, and wanted to preserve it and build it up and make it even better than what it was. Well, man, that is the way to go, folks. So these are easy things to do. It's pretty basic stuff. Prepare your young people for the workforce. Is, of course, get them working for a start, and give them a good work ethic. Thank you very much.